Today we have this book. We talked about first and second chapters by Jane Atchison. And today we're going to talk about the rest of the chapters in this book. We will start from chapter number 3, the sounds of language. The sounds of language. Okay, chapter number 3, the sounds of language. Before speaking about this topic, you have to know that in this book, chapter 3, chapter 4, 5, 6, all these chapters are not new for you. You are familiar with these chapters. You know these chapters. You have studied them in the first and second stages. Morphology, grammar, second stage, phonetics and phonology, and I don't know why it is included. يعني أنا شكلت اعتراض وممكن مستقبلا يعني أرفع مطالعة إنه يلغى إنه هاي السيلابس في مرحلة الثالثة، لأن you have studied them، أنت دراستهم. You have studied phonetics, you have studied phonology, you have studied morphology. Why we have 3 chapters are repeated again in this stage? Why they are repeated? Okay, they should be what? Should be changes. These chapters should be changes by other chapters and other books. We have many books about linguistics. We have different ideas, different approaches and theories about linguistics. So why these chapters are within the syllabus, within the syllabi? I don't know. Here we have these quotations as if it is part of a poem, poetry. Okay. Here, if we want to talk about phonetics and phonology, about sounds and letters, you know that when we talk about phonetics, it means that we have, in phonetics, we have sounds and letters in English language. We have sounds and we have letters. How can we distinguish sounds and letters? What is the difference? Who can tell me? What is the difference between sounds and letters? Yes, Rana Haida.
Yes.
Sounds are spoken, while letters are written.
Good. Thank you so much. So, sounds are spoken. What I say is what? A sound. The things or what you see here written, these are letters. And you know in English language, sounds are different from letters. You see something but you produce something else. يعني مو تكتب وتلفظ نفس الشيء like Arabic or Turkish language. They are different. How they are different? You have studied this. You see sometimes, for example, letter O, حرف O, letter O, sometimes it is pronounced O, sometimes it is pronounced E, schwa, sometimes it is pronounced A. Okay, A, sometimes pronounced A, sometimes A, sometimes E. You see, sometimes O, like fall. So here we have difference between sounds and letters. أنا ما أشوف التعليقات أو كذا. Yes. Here we in this quotation we can see this difference between sounds and letters. Okay. Who can read it? ممكن واحد يقرأ لنا إياه هذا? Who can read this second quotation? ممكن هسه أوضح. Who can read it?
أستاذ تقدر تقربه بعد أكثر لأن ما واضح.
بعد وين أقرب راح يطب جواي بعد خليت. صار 200 أكتب. تمام هسه؟ Yes. نهلة yes نهلة.
Yes.
Read it نهلة.
Beware of her, a dreadful word that looks like bird and sounds like bird. Indeed, it's said like bird, not bad. For goodness sake, don't kill it dead. Watch out of meat and great and threat. They rhyme with sweat and straight and deep.
Okay, thank you. Who else? Zainab Qasim? Yes, Zainab Qasim.
Yes. Beware of herd, a dreadful word that looks like bird and sounds like bird. Indeed, it's said like bed, not bead. For goodness sake, don't call it deed. Watch out of meat and great and great. They rhyme with sweat and straight and dead.
Okay, Rana Haidar.
Yes, beware of herd, a dreadful word that looks like beard and sounds like bird. Indeed, it's said like bed, not bead. For goodness sake, don't call it deed. Watch out for meat and great and threat. They rhyme with suit and straight and depth.
Yes. Oh, thank you, all of you. Thanks so much. Even all of you make some mistakes here. Okay. Here you can see EA. You can see here EA, IR. You see here you can see how they are pronounced. You have to pronounce them in this word, in this way. Beware of hurt, a dreadful word. You see here her, but here ما لفظناها نفس الشيء. Beware of hurt, a dreadful word that looks like beard, that looks like beard and sounds looks تبدو يعني and sounds like bird and dead ماكو deed and dead. It is said like bird, not bead. For goodness sake, don't call it deed. Okay, you see here, this is something beautiful. Watch out for meat. Couldn't EA. Watch out for meat and great and threat. They rhyme with suit and straight and dead. Okay, I will repeat it. Beware of hurt, a dreadful word that looks like beard and sounds like bird. And dead, it is said like bird, not deed, not bead. For goodness sake, do not call it deed. Watch out for meat and great and threat. They rhyme with suit and straight and dead. You see here, this is the difference between sounds and letters. You see something, okay, but it is pronounced differently. We don't have rules. We don't have rules. راح تروح المدرسة يقول لك الطلاب أستاذ خلينا قاعدة إذا أجت هيك ترفض هيك. No. Each word has own pronunciation. Each word has own transcription. Okay, you have to deal each word as alone. Only this word how it is pronounced. Why واحد يقول لا ما يصير كل EA تلفظ heard وإلا هاي شلون heard وهاي دري وهاي بيه وهاي bird. هاي EA لفظت وهنا لفظت الإي واحدة لفظت لكن هنا لفظت E. لكن هنا دبل E لفظت E. You see EA meat هي You see, so this is the difference between sounds and letters. Sounds what is spoken and letters what is written. You see something but it is pronounced differently. عندكم بدنا هم نفس الشيء تقدر تسوي training إليك الهندن. هذا الشرح واسع شرحناه موجود هنا. Of course, you are familiar with phonetics. So just ask you, I want you to participate. What is phonetics? What is the definition of phonetics? Who can tell me? What is phonetics? Yes, Wissam.
Yes. Phonetics is the study of the characteristics of speech sounds.
Very good. Yes, good.
Yeah.
Very good. Another definition. Who can tell me? Do we have another definition, explanation for phonetics? Yes, Nahle.
Yes, the phonetics, it's a study of human speech sounds.
Good. Thank you. Who else? Who can tell me? Yes, Beni Khalid.
Yes, phonetics it's a study sound and it's study place and manner.
Very good, Benny. Very good. Thank you so much. So this is the definition of, thank you all, Wissam and Nahle. Okay, all of you. Phonetics is what? Is the study of human speech sounds, only human speech sounds. Okay, it studies human speech sounds. And we talked about this in chapter number 1. It studies the place and manner. What is the place of articulation? How we can pronounce the sound se, pe, be sound. How can we pronounce it? This is what? This is related to phonetics. What is the manner? The way? Friction, stop, lateral, nasal, see? Nasal. Okay? Or frictions. These sounds. So this is what? This is related to phonetics, the study of human speech sounds, studies the place and manner of articulation. Manner, place and manner. What is the place of this sound? What is the manner? فقط, only. This is related to phonetics. Because in next chapter we will talk about phonology and we will see the difference between phonetics and phonology. We have here types of phonetics: articulatory phonetics, acoustic phonetics, auditory phonetics. Okay, what is important about this chapter and the following 3 chapters is definitions. Okay, what are the definitions and examples, of course. So articulatory phonetics, it is what? The study of how human speech sounds are produced, how they are made, articulated. Articulated here means what? Made, produced, how they are produced. And also acoustic phonetics, which deals with physical properties, physical characteristics of speech as sound waves in the air. And auditory phonetics or perceptual phonetics, which deals with perception via the ear of speech sounds. So these are the types, the 3 types of phonetics. We have 3 types of phonetics: articulatory phonetics, acoustic phonetics, auditory phonetics, each one with its own definition. Then we will talk about voiced and voiceless sounds. What is voiced and voiceless sound? Okay, simply, who can tell me about what is voiced and voiceless sounds? Yes, Tagreed.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Voiced that sound have vibration.
Vibration where?
Vibration in resonance. Sorry.
In nose, in the ear, vibration.
In nose.
Where? In nose?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Tagreed. Yes. Zainab Sahib.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
When the vocal cords are spread apart, the air from the larynx passes between them, and embedded sound produced in this way are described voices.
Where is the vibration? We have vibration where?
Yes?
Where is the vibration?
Vibration? No, this
Where?
voiceless.
Where the vibration is? Where? In nose, ear, in eyes, we have vibration in eyes.
No, on the links.
So, especially, yes.
Yes,
Thank you
repeat.
so much. Okay, thank you, Zainab. I want others. أسأل Abbas.
Yes, teacher. Voiceless, it is produced without vibration in vocal folds.
Yeah. So vibration, either we have vibration in vocal cords or we don't have vibration.
Yes.
So vibration not in nose, not in ears, not in eyes. Vocal cord, حبال صوتية. When we have vibration here, okay. مثلا شوف الصوت مثلا نقول no vibration, but when you say means what? Vibration. So this sound, when we say this sound is voice, it means there is vibration. But when we say this sound is voiceless, it means there is no vibration in the vocal cords. This is simply put. Vocal cords or vocal folds. Here are two basic positions, okay, about them. نحفظوهم لأنه راح يصير أكثر شيء شرح. When the vocal folds are spread apart, the air from the lungs passes between them and embedded sounds produced in this way are described as voiceless. Okay. أو حتى تقدر تقول لي يعني مو شرط يعني تعطيه مختصر. Okay. Summary. When the vocal folds are drawn together, the air from the lungs repeatedly pushes them apart as it passes through, creating a vibration effect. Okay. Sounds produced in this way are described as voiced. هاي المثال هنا عندك لكن no vibration. When you say no vibration, it means they are what? They are voiceless. But if vibration, you see, there is vibration in the vocal folds or cords. Okay. أنا أقول لك keep your fingertip. شوف يسوي يعني يسوي اختبار تيست. أكو another trick is to put a finger in each ear تخليها بإذنك. Good. سووها سووها حتى تشوف اكو vibration حتى ما تنساها طول عمرك تتذكر تقول ماكو لكن تحس محرك براسك. This is vibration. Now you hear the vocal cords. You hear what is inside. Your inside is talking. And now we talk about the place of articulation. It is very easy. Place of articulation and manner of articulation for each sound. See? Alveolar, okay, tongue, and you know the parts of tongue. You are familiar with it. This is nasal cavity, palate, okay, velum, uvula, or vela, uvula, or vela, pharynx, larynx. These are vocal cords, not here or here. See? These are the organs, human speech organs that we, as a human, we need them to produce, to speak, to communicate, to use language. من السهلات الباقية كل واحدة definition مالتها. For example, bilabial. Okay, tell me about bilabial. What is bilabial? What is the definition of bilabial? Who else? What about others? Very easy. Yes, Amir Hassan.
Yes, sir. Bilabial is the place of articulation where the sound produced between the two lips.
Yeah, like what?
Like the sound P or me.
Good, great. Thank you so much. So this is bilabial. It means when we use both of our lips. Okay, we produce sounds by using our two lips. Okay, B or P. Me. This is what? This is the place. The place. What is the place? The place is bilabial. As the Semitic واحد يقول لك bilabial means what? Using two lips to produce this sound. Another sound we have labidental. What is labidental? Okay, who can tell me about labidental?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
أنا أشوف إن الإيد هذه رفعت.
Yes. How are you?
ما يحتاج ما بعد ما أذنت لأي طالب أنا. فاين ثانكس بس بعد ما أذنت لأي طالب يحكي لازم أنا أعطي يعني. أيد بويز حسن هادي.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Libiodontal are sound formed with the upper teeth and lower lip, like fe or ve.
Good. So this sound is what? Upper teeth and lower lip. Fe. Fe. Ve. Fe. Ve. Okay. So they are easy. Thanks so much. Dental. Yes. ولسن نعمة.
نعم star.
Yes, sir.
These sounds are formed with the tongue tip behind the upper front teeth.
Yeah. Sorry, can you repeat?
These sounds are formed with the tongue tip behind the upper front teeth. Front
Like,
teeth.
yes, like what?
Say.
The. Good. Very good. So this is dental. Okay. The. See here, you need your tip of tongue and upper teeth. The. Good. Alveolar. نور منتظر.
Yes, sir. These are sounds formed with the front part of the tongue and the alveolage.
Yes, like what?
Like T, C, D, Z, N.
Good. Ne? What do we need with ne? Are they the same
the
manner
front
or
part of the tongue and the alveolage?
Yes, very good. Okay, good. We'll talk about this because they are different according to the manner of articulation. The place they are the same, but the manner is different. I will not focus about voice or voiceless because just test. If you want to know this sound is voice or voiceless, just test, make a test to know this sound. And now we have palatal. Yes, you can tell me about palatal. Wafa, Hadi.
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
It's a sound produced with the tongue and the palate are called this.
Yes, like what?
Che, or che.
Che and what?
Che. Ish.
Che. Che lo ish.
لا شيء.
Okay. Maryam Abdul Hassan, do you want to add? Thank you. Yes, Maryam Abdul Hassan.
No.
Okay. So this is palatal or alveolar palatal, it is called. Because I want summary, not details. I don't need details. Villas. Okay. Villas. Yes, very easy. They are very easy. Hamad Karim.
Yes. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning.
Good evening. Sorry. The back of the tongue touch with the soft palate.
Very good. Okay, so this they like what?
شيء لا بلد
شيء يعني
ك ن
ما يصير يجي. Yes, K, okay.
ن
and you can't taste it. Ne, can you produce ne? Back of the tongue? Yes, ing, or ink. Yes, very good. Thanks. Okay, very important the sound. Ink. عندكم دائما هاي الانسي usually produced as ink. مو مثلا ما نقول function. مثلا هسه اكتب لنا
There
بالشات.
are different between the ne والink.
Yes, thank you so much, Muhammad. You see this word usually it's used to produce this word. خليت لكم بالشات. Produce this word as phonetics or phonetics. It is not phonetics. ما عندنا ان هنا. This is the difference, as I said, between sound and letters. It is not phonetics. Function. See, function. ماكو. ما قلت ماكو نه. function. مثلا هاي شلون نقرا الكلمة؟ شلون نقرا هاي الكلمة؟ How can you say it? يس انتظار حسين. monkey. Good. زين صح. Yes. Monkey. Good. Thank you. Who else? شاهد أحمد.
Yes.
Yeah.
Start نقرأ
monkey. Good.
Yes.
فاطمة الزهراء.
monkey.
Okay, thanks. Who else? غسق. رسل مهدي.
Start نقرأ monkey.
يعني شنو؟ اكو نه
يعني
اكو نه بالموضوع؟
يعني استاذية نقرأ monkey. ما أعرف.
يعني هسه خلي انت يمك هسه بالبيت هسه حط لسان قولي هي لفظيها وشوف you produce نه or not. Yes, okay. خلينا نشوف بعد غيريت بعد. Oh yes. رنا.
It's called a monkey.
Yes. Good. زينب قاسم.
Yes, monkey.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. So some say it is monkey. أول شيء الأو هذا ما يلفظ أو يلفظ ثمانية. قلنا احنا that's why sounds and letters are different. فهذا الأو فما we have NK هي it is not monkey ماكو نه. we don't have نه here. It's very important. مثل phonetics حتى جاي تعب نفسك when you say function. What are the functions? Monkey. Language is beautiful, is music. Okay, each word in English language has a music. Okay, so this is the musicality of language. Monkey. Margaret, see, this is very, very important. Here we have how to produce ink and how to produce ink. See here. it's better to read it. And of course, you are familiar with it, all these details, and just explain it with, for example, مو سنك 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 سانك ما عندنا سنك سنك سان سان انك سان سان. See, very important to produce words in this way. مو سانك ولا مو tonic, tongue, our tongue, the human tongue, the tongue هاي اللسان مالتي لتة كان مع البطيء slowly ماكو ما رجع تانج ابد الطرف اللسان ورا التاء ما اجى وين للالفيولار. But as Muhammad said, the back of the tongue with the soft palate. So we produce this sound. Very important, this sound. You have to be very careful when you produce such sounds, because learners, Iraqi learners or students always make mistakes in the pronunciation, especially with such kind of words. Glottals. Yes, who can tell me about glottals? حسنين عباس.
Yes, the glottal is the space between the vocal cords and the larynx.
Good. So we produce which sound? Which sound we produce?
He.
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 Yes. He sound. He. Heart. House. Ho. Space here. Yeah. Okay. House.
Yes.
Ho. Yes. Thank you so much. We say he sound. He sound. As a sound we say he. As a letter شنو حرف؟ يا حرف نعتبره. Which letter؟ شو نسميه؟ Yes, who can tell me? As a letter شو نسميه كحرف؟ sound he. As letter. Yes, فاطمة. فاطمة زهراء. Yes.
H.
H. Yes, good. مريم عبد الحسن.
H.
H. دغريد.
glottal.
لا هو as a letter شو نسميه؟ not a place of articulation. As a letter. راس النعمة.
H.
H. صفا حازم.
H أو H.
اوكي. فرح عبد راضي.
H.
غنى حيدر.
H.
It is H, not H. It is H. Letter H. It is a pronounced in English. هذا common mistake. خطأ شائع. H. There is no H. It is H. We say H letter and H sound. H as sound and H as a letter. You have to be careful because you are English student. So you have to be careful about the pronunciation of words and letters, how they are pronounced, how they are produced. So it is H. Letter H, not letter H. This is common mistakes between learners, between students. So as Anna said, it is H sound, not H sound. Okay, thank you so much. Now we go, thank you all. We go to this charting here. We have this charting. You know this charting, bilabial, labial, dental, the summary here. Dental, alveolar, palatal, velar, glottal. And here on the left, stops, frictives, affricates, nasals, liquids, glides. These are related to the manner of articulation. Okay, just we have limitation. This is not important. Now we go to manner of articulation. Manner of articulation. ناقتها لو ها هي وما تعبتوا. It's easy يعني. Manner of articulation. Okay, we have stops, we have fricatives, affricates, and nasal and glides. We will start with stops. What do we mean by stop as manner of articulation? Yes, well, they are easy. You are familiar. As I said, you are familiar with this. Yes, Amir Hassan.
Stops define the sounds which are produced when the air stream is completely stopped at some point in the mouth by the articulators, for example, lips and tongue, and then released with a slight explosion.
Yes, good. Yes, very good. So when we have a stop at a specific point, okay, for example, by two lips, when we close two lips, when we close, for example, tip of the tongue with alveolar ridge, the air is compressed, then it is what it is exploded. Like what? What are the sounds that are related to plosives or stops? It is also called plosives. Yes, Rasul Mehdi. What are the sounds that are stops?
Yes. Stop propagate by stopping the airflow, then letting it go. Also, called plosive.
Like what? For example, give me example.
P, T, D, K, G.
Can you prove that? How can you prove me? Prove me that T or P is a stop.
Cat.
Prove me يعني برضه اثبتي لي how it is a stop. How can I know? Explain. How P is a stop. How T is a stop. Yes. Thank you so much. Yes, انتظار حسين. Can you prove me? Where is انتظار? نور منتظر.
Yes, the tongue be closed with the palate. This is stop the air flowing.
With the alveolar, you mean, or the back of the alveolar? So it stops. Then when you
stop the airflow and the voice will be vibration.
Okay, thanks. Who else? Who can explain this point? Wissam.
Yes.
Yes.
In brief, the breath is completely stopped at some point in the mouth by the lips or tongue tip or tongue back, then released with slight explosion. Yeah. For example, we have 8 sounds. B and B.
Explain one sound. Can you explain one sound? How it is stop?
How this stop? Yeah. I say about it. The breath is completely stopped when we produce when we
tell me about
when we produce when we produce the letters p and t d p lip and the lip. Yeah. The breath is completely stopped at some point when we produce the letters.
Why it is compressed? The breath is compressed.
Then release it with the silent explosion.
Why it is compressed? The air is compressed. The air does not go out from your mouth. Why the air does not go out from your mouth?
Yeah, by producing the lip.
Yeah, my question is this: why the air is compressed? Do we have the compression of the air, or in other words, why we don't produce the sounds? Why the sound does not go out of your mouth? Like say, she, why does not go out of your mouth? Yes, Muhammad. Thank you, Wissam. Muhammad Karim.
Yes. Because the air comes from the legs and completely stop it. Completely stop it, like pe. When we say pe, not the air, not
going out.
الله تعالى سبحان الله.
شكو جاي تصلي. يعني واحد سبحان الله هذا يسبح.
لا استاذ ما صدق الباب وراحت الفكره كلها وعلي.
تمام يلا. No problem. Yes. Okay. So you mean that when the air goes out, you want to produce? You said I want to produce the sound pe. Yeah.
Yeah. Pe.
Okay. Thank you, Muhammad. Yes. Good. Very good. Who else? Zainab Sahib.
Yes.
Yes. You want to talk about this point?
Yes.
Yes. Why? Why the sound does not go out of your mouth?
Because the sound that are formed by completely stopping airflow.
Why?
Yes.
Why? Why
because
yeah.
made by blocking a part of the mouth so that no air can pass through.
Good, great, good. So this is my point. Yeah, Zain. This is my point.
Yes.
Yeah, that you block part of your mouth. You block an organ. One of the organs, human speech organs, is blocked. Okay, you block before producing these sounds. You produce these sounds after what? After opening, for example, after releasing, after leaving the organs. And I want to produce sound pe.
Yes.
استاذ محمد العفو يعني because do not.
Yeah. All of you are right. All of you are correct. But my point, I want you to. I know that you understand, and I know that you know the answer. But this is my point. For example, if I want to produce pe, I can't. But when I release, it means why here the air does not go out? Because as Zainab said, that part of the organ is blocked. Because the two lips block the air, compress the air, the two lips. These two human organs block the two lips, so we can't produce unless we release them. Okay. Now we produce this sound. Okay, thank you so much. All of you are good and great. We have fricatives or fricatives. Yes, you can tell me about fricatives.
Yes.
Yes, بنين مير. بس بنين. أنا أشوف إيديكم ما يحتاج تقولوا لي yes. بنين مير.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Fricatives are a consonant sound which are formed by narrowing the vocal tract, causing friction as the air passing through it, like sound fa, ve, pe, the, se, ze.
Yes, thank you so much. How do we have friction? In which? How can you understand? Yeah, your definition is right, correct. But how can you understand how friction? In which way? Yeah, thank you so much, Benin. Taghreed Rahim, you want to talk about this? You want to answer this question? My question, right?
Yes.
Sound made by narrowing the air passage until the air is interfered with and causing friction.
Like what?
Sound?
Yes, which sound?
The
Can you prove me that fe is a friction, not a stop? How can you prove that friction? That fe is a friction. Fe is a friction. There is a friction, not stop. Okay, thank you, Tagreed. Who else? Who can prove that this sound is a friction, not, for example, stop? Who else? What about others? Yes, students, you are a lot, more than 80. حسن 90 طالب 90. Yes. تبارك هادي.
Yes. Friction in English pronunciation, there are 9 friction phonemes. V, J, C, and He, made in 5 positions of the mouth. And the friction sound V, Z, J are voiced. They are pronunciation with vibration in
Yes.
vocal cords.
Very good. Can you prove that this is the friction? How can you prove that this is the friction sound?
This is the proof.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, Rana Haida.
Yes, for example, the sound fe. Your lower lip is too close to the upper teeth, which cause a narrow passage for the air, which causes friction.
This is the best answer. Okay, thank you so much. That's why it's a narrowing, and that's why we have friction. Narrowing. Okay, there is narrow here. Narrow passage. Okay. Between tongue and alveoli. Narrow. That's why we have this friction. That's why we call it friction sound or fricative. Thank you so much. And then we have affricus. Yes, who can tell me about affricus? Hands raised or hands lowered. Raise your hands. All 3 صاروا 3 4 5 6. المفروض على الأقل هسه 60 hands raised. Yes, رسل المهدي.
Yes.
Yes.
Protected by stopping the raising the air flow throughout in the narrow opening.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, who else? Mariam Abdul Hassan.
Yes, the air stops at some point in the oral cavity, and then it's released with the friction.
Good. Wissam, the same. Do you want to add, Wissam?
Yes. Affricatives. If you combine a brief stopping of the air stream with an abstracted release, which causes some friction, you're able to produce the sounds sh, j.
So, for example, the sound che, right? It is affricative.
Yeah.
It consists of what?
Yeah.
It consists of what? Che sound. Who can tell me it consists of what? What does it consist? Yes, thank you, Wissam. For example, che. You have che, j. What does it consist? Che. Benin Mir, you want to participate? Okay, what else? Yes. Rana?
Yes, affricates is a consonant that begins as a stop consonant and releases as a fricative. Like the sound.
It starts as a stop. So we have che, for example. It starts as che as a stop. And finishing as what? And finishing as fricative. You
Yes.
see here, very important. So we have as if we have what? We have stop plus what? Plus fricative. Stop sound, which is te, and the fricative sound, which is what? Which is che. So I will say che, che. Here we have both. We have stop and we have friction. Simply, we have stop and we have friction in order to understand the sound. Sometimes it is related to stop consonant. يقولوا هذا ممكن نعتبره stop consonant. Okay, but they others no, they put this title that it is affricative, that it is not only stop, it is also we have friction because it consists of two sounds. As Rana said, that it starts with stop and ends with friction, like che, j, the same, de, and j, j, de. Thank you so much. بغاني. تمام. We will stop till nasal, okay? We will stop till nasal. Next lecture, we will talk about nasal, liquids, flapping, okay? These are very important. We will talk about vowels, okay? We will talk about certain pronunciation. Maybe we will talk about pronunciation. As I told you, you are familiar with this and you know this pieces of information. You have studied this in the first and second stages, and now you are completely, and you are supposed to be completely familiar with phonetics. Okay, thank you so much. And if you have any question, you can ask.
Ustad Mohammed.
Yes.